Jeremy, what we're going to do is we're going to let you race back downstairs. So many thanks for your commentary tonight.
Thank you.
Good man. We will see you soon.
See you soon.
Cheers, Jeremy. So we will let Jeremy disappear because we've got more chat from Jeremy with the boys downstairs with Nick and, of course, Joel. And so we mentioned to Joel, never ever change your score because Joel initially went for 3-1 and then decided to change his mind and go for 4-0 at half-time. But then he changed his mind, and I said never change your mind. He went for 3-1. Chris Holmes joins me, Chris on match report duty. And in terms of a match, that was very, very good to watch.
It was good, yeah. You know what? I was disappointed with how many people are here tonight. My dad's been texting me during the game. He should be here. He's one of the many thousands who stayed away. It has been a good game. Arsenal and the Carabao Cup have been entertaining to watch. And what struck me was that 9 changes, but only one true out-and-out youngster on that pitch. It just shows the depth we've got in this Unai Emery squad.
Is that the way, do you think, Unai Emery is going to take it from here on in? He's given us a lot of clues, I guess, isn't he? With the Vorsel game last week, with this today. You know, he wants to win every single game in front of him. And I know that simplifies it all, but given what we've been used to, and not just an Arsene Wenger era, but other teams as well have been different. This feels like something different. We've got to recalibrate our opinion about certain things with Arsenal.
I think that's true. I think what's changed this year is that we've made a number of signings in the summer, and those backup positions are now filled by players with genuine experience. I mean, Socrates didn't play tonight, but Holding has played at the top level for a little while now. Lichtsteiner has played hundreds of games for club and country, won titles for Juve, but couldn't get in the team because of Hector Bellerin. So we're bringing players into the team who need a game. Welbeck, another good example, but they've got experience, they've got international class.
And Unai Emery's not afraid to go, do you know what, it's not working at the moment. Brentford are rattling us a little bit. Let's bring on Lacazette and Ramsey. That wouldn't happen last year, 10 years ago. It just would not have happened, because I remember sitting here last year, and when we were struggling against Norwich, there was a sort of collective sort of murmur in the press saying, well, there's nothing on the bench. As it turned out, there was one, Eddie Nketiah. But people were looking at the name saying, there's nothing there anymore.
Yeah, true. I think it's a bigger squad now, so therefore there's more opportunities to rotate. I think Unai Emery is taking the competition seriously as well. I think Arsenal have a better squad, and you know what, having that insurance policy on the bench, it lifts everyone, doesn't it? Because it's just nice to look down there and think, oh, Torreira's there if we need him, Lacazette's there if we need him.
But, you know, these players want to play as well, don't they? You know, there's no sort of, you know, Lacazette, his body language is terrific. Ramsey comes on, it's not like, oh, 5 minutes to go, I shouldn't really be, this is not me, I'm a Premier League player. They seem to buy into what the boss wants to do at the minute.
The energy's there, it's this new chapter, it's a process, but everyone wants to be part of it. Danny Welbeck, look at him tonight. Laka needs to be sharp and Oba needs to be sharp as well. They've got to keep their places.
It's yet another win, much more to discuss, I'm sure. Let's head back downstairs with Nick. All yours.
Cheers, thank you very much, guys. So, we got there in the end, 3-1 win. I feel like before we get started, we need to absolutely address something within the room here. It's the first thing we need to address.
There's an elephant in the room at the moment. It's very awkward at the moment.
You should never change your prediction,
it's
Joe.
Very awkward. Listen, man, we all know I was joking about the second half. I was joking. I thought it was funny, you know, but honestly, you're right. You should never change the predictions. And we all know that the teams are going to put pressure over you. So what was I thinking?
And Jeremy's joined us from the commentary box as well. Did it look good up there? Did it look good to you, the performance?
Yeah, it did. Well, at the end, you know, 3-1 win. Getting through the next round, so that's the most important thing. But second half, Brentford came out and surprised me a little bit. I didn't expect them to get a goal back and to certainly, you know, create so many chances.
Yeah, I mean, they really did give us a game that second half, it has to be said. You know, I was expecting to just be sitting up there chilling in the second half, sending emails and text messages, but instead I was sweating, much like many Arsenal fans all around the world right now. I think it's safe to say, though, we've most definitely got depth up front at last. You know, Oba, Laka and Welbeck all firing. We can see here. Criticise Welbeck all you want. He'll get around 10 goals this season. That's a great return for a third choice striker. That's from Payne in the Arsenal. Right there. See what they did there. But it has to be said, you know, we do have 3 strikers who are playing quite well at the moment, right?
Yeah, for sure. And a striker that, you know, can play together. Partnership as well, you know, Lacazette, Aubameyang tonight, Welbeck coming in, not frustrated of not getting too many minutes. It's just come in, I'm going to show what I can do, score 2 goals. So, yeah, you can't ask for more.
Yeah, and Lacazette as well, Joel. I mean, the finish for the 3rd goal.
Mon frère. Mon frère. Laka. Listen, honestly, I'm just looking at all of our strikers at the moment and I'm loving the competition. I can't remember. It's been a very, very long time since I've seen people just fighting for the forward position. I was giving Jeremy a nudge earlier saying you only had Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp to try and beat in front. And you know what? It's the competition that you need, because I remember when you were coming up, you were dubbed as the next big thing. You know what I mean? Like, it was not a joke. And the competition, whether you believe it or not, it keeps people on their toes, because we all know that managers like Unai, Arsene, they're not afraid to give people the chance.
No, and that's how you progress as well, you know. You train day in, day out with them guys. You've got to prove yourself. You've got to learn from them as well. And that's what, you know, that's what happened. And Danny, for example, the guy just carry on fighting, gets injured, you know, had a few issues in the last few years, and he's still there fighting and try to get his position. So, you know, respect to the guy.
And speaking of progression, I think someone in the squad who is progressing really, really well at the moment, Alex Iwobi, and the counter-attack really seems to suit his style of play. I mean, today, another great game for Alex.
Let me tell you this one. Me and you were sitting there and I told you all about Alex Iwobi. I feel like you've just regurgitated my words and used it on the presenting scene. But you know what? You can have it, because he's been absolutely fantastic. I was singing his praises beforehand, and I'll tell you what, I'm just so impressed. I saw a different guy when he played for Nigeria in the World Cup. He's come back. He's been really good in the preseason, in my opinion, and he's just hit off immediately. He must be one of Unai's favourite players at the moment.
Sir Jenkinson has actually tweeted at the Epic Gooner saying Iwobi has been top quality under Unai Emery so far. Still lots to improve, but he is getting there. Great pace, physical and technical ability. He needs to work more on finishing and positioning. I am all for an Arsenal boy to make it at the club. He has it in him.
Yeah, definitely has it in him. And another example of a guy that is not a regular, he's not starting 11, you know, week in, week out, but he's still there, progressing, working on his, you know, on the thing that he needs to work on. And then you can see tonight, he does, you know, like we say, he's getting there. And then with more games, and it seems that he's a guy that listens a lot. You know, he wants to progress. He wants to listen. The senior player, you know, his coach, obviously, Unai Emery, is not, you know, he's not taking any. If you're not doing the job, you're on the bench. So, you know, he's got to really push himself and listen and work hard, and that's what he's doing. And, you know, good luck to him. I hope that he will get more opportunity and carry on doing what he's doing.
OK, well, it is the Junior Gunner Takeover Day here. And because of this, lots of Junior Gunners have been doing different jobs throughout the day. They've been shadowing stewards. We've had our very own Junior Gunner shadowing us here on Arsenal Nation Live. And in fact, there's even a Junior Gunner doing interviews with players. Here's the thoughts of Henrik Mkhitaryan.
Obviously, the most important that we went to the next round.
How do you think Leno's performance was?
I think it was his second game, and he's doing a great job. He shows that he's always ready to play, and we're trying to help him settle very, very good.
Do you think you did well today?
Well, this you can tell me if I did well or not.
You did great.
Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
Thanks, Heather.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Oh, yes.
What did you think of that?
That was great.
Look how happy he is. I mean, that would be me if I interviewed probably 90% of the Arsenal squad even now. So I'm quite jealous of him doing that right there. Incredible moment for him, Junior Gunner, getting to interview Mkhitaryan, right?
Well, I know the feeling, because when I saw Jeremy, like, in the last season, he was chilling with some of the other players, with some of the other legends. And he doesn't even know that I saw him, but I was like, Mr. Ali Dier. And I can only understand how it's like when you grow up watching your footballers and you're given the opportunity. So that's so massive for Arsenal. You're looking at a Junior Gunner. I feel like a Junior Gunner at the moment, you know what I mean, sitting next to Jeremy. So for me, I totally know how he feels. And what a great club. what a great club. We can only encourage for more.
Yeah, and we do it every season as well, the Junior Gunner Takeover. If you're watching this and you're interested in becoming a Junior Gunner, get onto the Arsenal website and have a look. Right, let's switch our attention back to today's game, because lots of people getting involved on social media and talking about the fact that it went from a light-hearted, almost easy romp home to typical Arsenal, heart-in-mouth moments. Hello to the short fuse, says, boy, this turned from a light-hearted Arsenal romp into a clencher real quick. Sigh, the life of a Gooner. Yeah, we were talking about the fact that, Arsenal start slowly and normally build into games. It was totally flipped on its head today, right?
Yeah, it was kind of the opposite of what we've been used to this season. But at the end of the day, I remember that we won the game again, and we've been winning now. It's been how many? 5, 6 on the row now. So you can't see the negative. You've got to look at the positive side of it, and the positive is that we keep winning.
Yeah, 6 on the bounce now, Joel, in all competitions. I mean, the momentum's swinging nicely for us, right?
You might as well have just got Jeremy to answer again, because my answer is completely the same thing. I just remember the wins. At the current moment, excuse me, I was cheering out there, voices going a bit. I remember coming to games, sometimes not really knowing if we're going to win or not, and now I actually expect wins. And don't worry about the negatives for us as the pundits and the presenters. The manager's going to deal with that, and the coaches are going to deal with that. So we just have to enjoy the good times at Arsenal, because I'll tell you what, for a change that's happening at the club, Unai's making it really smooth for us, the fans.
Well, we're getting lots of reaction on social media, as always. We could see some more here. Hello to the short fuse has got in touch saying, Torreira wins the header, Lacazette scores the goal. Brilliant substitutions from Unai Emery. We've spoke about Unai Emery and his substitutions. He seems to be getting it right at the moment, right?
He seems to, yeah. Every substitution that he makes gives something else to the team and make a change to the game. So obviously, yeah, he does get it right. But when you've got Lacazette, Torreira, Ramsey on the bench coming on, it's obviously going to have an impact on the game, and he did quite quickly.
Well, before we go, we've got a couple of appreciative messages for our guests here. Let's have a look and see. Hello to James, who says, listening to AFC versus Brentford via the Arsenal player. I know it's not a new thing, but the way Jeremy Alaidier's accent oscillates wildly between French and urban Cockney is just wonderful. You must get that all the time.
I know everybody says the same thing. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that as a compliment then.
Yeah. It's interesting. There is one for you as well, Joel, mate. It's not a tweet. It's basically just us saying.
You.
Yeah, it's
I was
basically
waiting for it in the street. I was just like, where's Payne at Arsenal or whatever?
I probably would have tweeted it if I wasn't here working.
Yeah, Nick, what was you doing?
It's basically just never change your prediction, mate.
Oh, come on,
never.
Geez, come on, mate. You know what I mean? Like.
We won.
We won. That's the most important thing. We won.
I'm roasting you forever about this.
It was either going to be 4-0 or 3-1. It was going to be one of the two. So,
yeah, that'll work next time you go to the bookies, I'm sure. Yeah. Right, that's all for today on Arsenal Nation Live. Thank you to Jeremy Alaidier and to Cheeky Sport Joel, my guest today. We will be back on Saturday for the Watford game. We'll see you then.